Today we're going to be reviewing the McLaren Police Senna. Now this car goes about 211 miles per hour. It has a 2.806 speed. It makes 1,249 ultimate driving credits per mile, but let's be real, we're all going to call it dollars. And it's obtainable at police level 100. Now I'm going to show you if it really is worth getting to police level 100 just to get this McLaren Senna. Let's start with the acceleration test, because that's what I always do. You know, if you watch, you should know. Alright, let's start with the acceleration test. Alright, let's get started with the acceleration test. And just so you know, I have police unit 666. So let's go and take out. We didn't do the burnout. But even without the burnout, this car accelerates really quickly. It has a top speed of 211 miles per hour, which is pretty good because it is the fastest on the police team. The only thing that comes close to rivaling it is the Corvette. It's 190 miles per hour. But that's still worse than this car. Anyway, so it accelerates pretty quickly. I wouldn't say it's like insanely fast, but it does accelerate fast. It's like not insanely fast, it's above like average and more into the good side of acceleration. Now let's get on to the handling test. Alright, unit 666 is going to be going around some corners. So let's test the handling of the McLaren Police Senna. Gonna go ahead and take off. Now with quick accelerating cars like the 1-to-1, you don't really have good handling as you just can't turn, but that's because its brakes lock up the front tires and you're not able to like get around corners while turning. You slide. But this car, it handles well. There's really no oversteer. It goes where you want it to go. It's a really good handling car. Handbrake works, and with its good acceleration and fairly responsive turning, not over responsive, not under responsive, it's really just a responsive car to get around corners. I'd definitely say it does well in the handling test. Now let's go to the braking test, see if it does that well as well. Let's go to the brakes. Alright, let's test the brakes. So once again, we're going to get up to speed. And let's get going in full speed. Braking. Now normally I'd say its brakes are bad, but I actually think this car brakes a lot better than stuff like the ZR1. And definitely brakes better than the Regera. I mean, sure, the Regera has a higher top speed, but this thing accelerates really quickly and it can brake pretty well. So I'd say the brakes are pretty good. They're definitely not bad. And this car is an air brake. I don't know if the air brake affects anything. I don't think it does, but like, look at that, we hit our full speed. We're probably gonna get to 0 before we get across that bridge. Yep. There's the entrance to that bridge, or not the entrance, but the first wall of that bridge. We braked before it. That's pretty good. Now, let's go over the general thoughts of the McLaren Police Senna. Alright, so what are my final thoughts on the McLaren Police Senna? Now overall, its top speed is pretty average, but it's still pretty good. Its acceleration is really nice. I like it. It's good. Its handling is really good. It handles really well. Its braking is okay. It's better than most cars. I'd say it's also pretty good. So the car is really good. But is it worth it? I would say no in a way. Now, why no, you ask? Primarily because it's level 100. You have to use a Corvette to get it. Now when I reached level 100 on the civilian team, I had a 4GT. That's a lot more than the C7 Corvette. Just so you know. So that'll make a lot more XP. It makes like 600 XP, 600, 700 XP. The Corvette makes 420 a mile. And to make matters even worse, you can't solo race to get you additional XP. So that leaves you with the Corvette and arresting criminals. However, the $2 million civilian counterpart of the Police Senna, the standard civilian Senna, is definitely worth it. Because it performs the exact same as the Police Senna. So is the Police Senna worth it? Yes, but no. That's what I'm gonna say. It's not worth it if you're trying to get it as a vehicle to grind with. It'll just take too long to get. And by the time you get it, so long as you don't spend any money on any other cars, you'd probably have enough money to buy a better car than the Police Senna. Like the Selena 7. That car is a lot faster than the Police Senna. Can outrun it too. That's about it for this video. Thanks for watching and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.